Now I need to play that
If you like drama and you like soap operas, then you got your share tonight. Hats off to Wright State. People that know basketball and understand college basketball knows how good they are. Horizon League's a tremendous league. That team was a 20-win, I think 20-plus win team last year. They got guys with NCAA tournament experience, 3 senior guards. Sometimes if you don't have a household name in college basketball, people can assume you're not very good, but that team's a heck of a team. Billy comes from great coaching bloodlines, but just proud of our guys when we battled. Again, aesthetically wasn't maybe a basketball masterpiece, but you just try to get the mindset of you keep playing, and had every chance to fold, and they didn't, and so in that we're proud of them. We'd like to get to the point where we're not in that situation, but since we were in it, very proud that the guys fought through and were able to finish strong. Questions?
What's going through your mind when you're down 14 and things aren't going very well?
Keep playing. You can't panic. When you have a lot of clock time, you just have to kind of try to manage those little 4-minute segments of the game as best you can, and you chip away. I think the big thing is just from a staff standpoint, not showing any despair. And we've been in situations like that before, and we've had a couple games where we didn't recover. So I think the tone that we set as a staff, we just try to get them to keep playing. You chip away, you get a stop, and you try to find a bucket, you get another stop, and you try to find another bucket. So,
what's changed? I mean, obviously, you probably wanted to do that before when you were down like that, but now it's happening.
Yeah, in terms of, I'm sorry.
In terms of actually having it happen now, chipping away and working.
I think, we try to practice harder. And I think guys understand that, there's a level of toughness that in every game. That's basically the price of admission. Toughness should be the price of admission. Then when you do X's and O's, Y's, and everything after that is what it is. But they're starting to understand that, hey, every game takes a life of its own, and regardless of the situation you're in, just keeping ourselves, if we're down, fighting in striking distance. And obviously, our next step is we want to be on the other end of that, where we're trying to make somebody else try to catch us. But with that said, being in the situation we're in, I think it was 46-34 at one point, and I think we finished 23-7. I'm not sure what the time was, but it was a strong finish.
Coach, can you talk about your team's defense, especially the zone, as the game wore on with about 12 minutes to go?
Yeah, Wright State's they're very skilled, and they're a rhythm team. And when they get into a rhythm of moving the basketball, especially driving it and kicking it, and we had a few guys in some foul trouble, and we just thought if we zone them a little bit, maybe that could disrupt their rhythm and throw them off, make them think a little. It's a little unconventional, but at least maybe it makes the team get out of the rhythm a little bit. They had some pretty good looks, but thank goodness they came off.
Have any other questions for Coach Major?
Can you talk about Dario's play the last few minutes, hitting the big shots again when your team needed them the most?
Yeah, a great effort by Dario. I mean, he's really growing in a lot of ways. He's becoming a complete guard. I think probably people stuck the label on him as a shooter last year, and we've talked about this from day one since we got here. His goal was to be a basketball player, not just a shooter. So at the end there, he was in a nice rhythm, and we just thought we'd come back to him. And I didn't know if that ball was ever going to drop. It seemed like it was in the air for about 73 seconds. But he just looked good coming off his hands. He just made a terrific decision and knocked it in.
Anything else for Coach? Coach, we'll let you go to radio, please.
Thanks, Scott. Merry Christmas to you.
We'll take questions for Javaris, and we've been joined, of course, by Dario Green as well.
Jerry, can you just talk about the last play?
I was just calling the same play before when I hit the shot to tie. And I kind of rejected it, went the other way, and kind of was off balance. I actually shoot better like that. I know we'll see.
See that. See me.
Dario, what does it say about you guys as a team to be able to go through that win? Two very emotional wins. You know, against Tennessee the other night, and they come back to 14 down in the second half. What does that say about you guys as a team?
It just shows how much we fight every night. And we do it in practice. We're beating each other up, we're going at it. And this team just won't give up. I mean, games before we just let down and we're taking some L's. And this team just kind of drew the line. We're not going to do this anymore.
Javaris, can you talk about that? Just about how you guys are responding now lately?
Oh yeah, I think it started with the Tennessee game. You know, we was down maybe 6 with 2 minutes left, and we just got in the huddle. You know, we had the biggest stage, the Wildcats arena, all the fans, and we was like, it's time to change. You know, we be the top 10 team, and we come back on Wright State. You know, we was down 14. You know, we same huddle, came back. Dario, I've seen him do it before last year. He got on the streak, so just keep feeding him the ball and do what he do.
Anything else for our players? No. Gentlemen, thank you very much. We'll be joined by Wright State